Happy midweek hump day, everybody. It's December 14th. This month is almost already. Wow. Okay, I am hitting record on this episode, and we will see if I can get through it. Fortunately, the good thing is about a podcast is it's not live. I thought maybe I would tell a personal story to kind of reflect what I think is going on in the chart right now. But this could get a little emotional because, you know, as these things are unfolding, I've just been so present to this energy of these shifts and changes that are happening in our world and our participation in it, and how we brought things into this era right now, whether you were born in the 50s as I was, barely, but got there. Eisenhower was president, go figure. Or if you're a baby of the 70s or the 90s, it doesn't matter. We all came to this time to bring stuff from our collective pasts here, now, for healing. So how do these planets up in the sky reflect that back to us, as above, so below? Chiron, the nodes of the moon, Pluto, Saturn, to some degree the moon. I mean, they all do, basically, in some way or another. Well, today, the moon, by the way, this morning early at 4 a.m., just moved into Virgo, ended that long void of course from yesterday. But the big one today that we touched on yesterday happens at 12:09, 9 minutes after noon on the East Coast, Eastern Time. The sun in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. So as you put today's chart up, you see that sun square Neptune. The sun is pulling away from its exact sextile with Saturn. I mean, those are two of the deepest archetypes on the chart right there. Pluto is in a sextile with Neptune and Jupiter. There's spiritual transformation as big as it can get, deep, the deepest to the bottom of everything. Mentioned Chiron, it will square Mercury tomorrow morning. And the south node of the moon in Scorpio could not get any deeper than that one. Digging up, bringing up old past stuff. And we put all of this under the canopy of Saturn and Pluto, which conjoined January 12th, 2020. The conjunction that can only happen every 250 years because of Pluto's orbit will not be back exact for another 750 years. We brought it here. We chose this. And over the past week, under all of this collective energy that I just mentioned, everything that is imprinted in the chart today, last week, sitting in this booth, reading Ray Merriman's book on astrology, all of a sudden, this wave of emotions, of memories came to me about various choices and things that I did in little snapshot moments of my kids' upbringing that, oh man, I wish I could have a do-over. Most of you are consciously parenting your kids. You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't. You are not a candle in the wind, a feather in the breeze. You are consciously creating your life and your family, and you are consciously wanting to raise your precious little star seed to be a significant factor in this world, and you are making decisions according to that every day, every moment. I didn't begin to change my perspective on life, as we talk about in the Subconscious Mind Mastery podcast. My kids were in high school when all of that really started in earnest. Too late to make those significant impacts of conscious parenting. The imprints were already there. And it's funny how subconsciously we bury things. And I had buried all these memories, obviously. Painful. They want them out, right? Well, sitting behind this microphone, they came flooding in, and it hit me. And that's the first part of the healing, is getting those things up and out. Neptune, in Liz Green's book on Neptune, is characterized as our redemption with our soul as we go to the depths of the deep. Neptune, the Lord of the sea. It's that redemption with our soul. So it is a significator of the deepest of the deep. And this actually happened Monday evening. I had called Sean and Brielle and just asking them, knowing that this was happening. And I asked them for their support and prayers and energy. And I even put a post on our Facebook group asking for the same. Do you know that not 5 minutes after I hung up from that phone call, here comes a text from my son? And I mean, we're talking, it's all, it's open communication. It's just not close. used to be that we would connect at least once a week on FaceTime, and he would put the girls on and let me see what's going on in their world. For the first time, I got to hear my granddaughter's voice. She has been making words for a while, late bloomer. She was premature, so all of that's still coming out as to what's going to be there. But this gap, for all of this year, there's been a gap, and that's when she started talking. And he told me that she said, "Let's call Grandpa." And I got to hear her voice for the first time. I'm sorry but that's today's chart. And we've all been experiencing it in different ways. And when that flood of memories hit me last week, what I did was just opened up to the whole process. And I just made myself available for the healing. And that would be my encouragement. This is incredibly powerful energy in the sky. A floodbath of healing. And I'm not going to close with the music in the way we normally do. I'm just going to say, be open to the healing for yourself, however these energies want to bring that into your world. Invite it, allow it. Some of the deepest stuff that will not be around for a long, long time. And we are here now. Tuesday, Jupiter moves into Aries. We're going to lose some of this. Don't let the dailiness of the next 7 days prevent you from capturing whatever is left to be captured while Jupiter is still in Pisces with Neptune. Be 150 years before that one's back. So these are precious days, precious times. With Chiron and the South Node, open your soul to this healing. It's worth it. I'll see you back tomorrow. Have a great day, and thank you for your prayers.